79 for 6. That's where Mumbai Indians were at one point and didn't lose a wicket from there on to notch up 151 for 6. The star of the day, undoubtedly, Surya Kumar Yadav with the bat, 68 of just 37 deliveries. Look at that outstanding strike rate of 183. Wow. And then we'll take a look at the bowlers as well because they've done rather well. Hasaranga picking up 2 wickets, giving away 28 runs. Good economy of 7. Akash Deep today, just 20 runs.
20 runs, yes.
One wicket. Economy there at 5. But Harshal Patel, economy of 5.75. But 2 wickets.
Yeah. That too after he got hit for 6 on the last
ball.
Yeah. Otherwise he had bowled a fantastic final over.
Just wow. Just wow. So Mumbai Indians have now given themselves some sort of a shot at winning this game. I'd still imagine that RCB are still favourites considering their batting order. Now that Glenn Maxwell has returned also to the team. But they've given themselves a semblance of a chance.
Yes.
From 79 for 6 to now reaching 151. Siddharth, stats, what was it?
Harshal Patel, 11 wickets in 3 games against Mumbai Indians. Continues his awesome form. Only guy, remember, to take a 5-wicket haul and a hat-trick against the Mumbai Indians.
Wow.
And on top of that, Surya Kumar, I just have this filmy dialogue. Surya jalta nahi, jalata hai. What? I mean, 6 sixes, clean hitting, held the innings together, and second consecutive 50 by the way. On his comeback, he had hit 50 against Kolkata Knight Riders.
Yes. I think got it wrong. He held the innings together. I mean,
he was the innings.
He was the innings.
Yes, he was.
He was the one who batted.
Yeah, I mean.
So 2 guys who scored 20 odd right at the top, Rohit Sharma and Ishan Kishan, 26 apiece.
Yes.
And then 168 in the middle. That's it.
But
nobody else.
But look at the contrast. Rohit 173 strike rate, Ishan 92, 15.25 crore. Ishan.
Yeah, he definitely looked like he was struggling at one point, and I don't think it was intent. Is the pressure getting to him because he was trying too hard at times, not quite connecting? That's not the type of innings you expect to be from someone who's playing on the top of the order and is also the more aggressive of the two.
Yeah.
If you look at it.
Okay, we're going to take a question. SK Ramiz Ali asks a question saying, is Surya Kumar Yadav the best T20 batter in the Indian cricket team currently? Yes. If you ask me, the one-word answer is yes.
Yes.
He's absolutely outstanding and has been for a few years now. Does it so often. And I just love his attitude. Never seems flustered. No matter what the situation, will play his natural game, will be his aggressive self, yet find that balance of which ball to attack and then which ball to defend. I know that a couple of questions were asked of him in the South Africa tour where he just came out and batted. But even that looked positive to me. What that told you, because at that time he was fighting for a position in the Indian team and yet he played for the team. He could have very well got like a runner ball or maybe 110, 120 strike rate. No, he plays for the team, complete team man, outstanding array of strokes. The sixes that he hit today, for me he is. Anyone who disagrees?
Superb.
Can't disagree.
Surya, especially, you remember in around the 2019-20 period, he was scoring so aggressively in all formats, even in domestic, even in the IPL. You were wondering, when are you going to pick this guy for the Australian tour? But it never happened. But luckily, he got picked for the England series, which happened in India. And he's not looked back since.
Yeah, he should have been picked by the Indian team much earlier with the way he was. The moment he joined Mumbai Indians, we saw the talent at Kolkata Knight Riders when he was there, but he was batting too low down the order for everybody's liking. At Mumbai Indians, they first put him at 4, then they wanted him to open. He did that. Then they got him at 3. Now they have put him at 4. Everywhere you make him bat in that top 4, he has performed and done justice to the role provided to him. He is no doubt the best T20 batsman in India right now.
Okay, gonna take a few questions. Pushpak Sharma says, didn't understand the rationale behind saving Harshal's overs. If you could have gotten the wicket of Surya early, he's talking about, you would have strangled the neck of an opponent and go for the kill. Why not let him recoup?
That's an interesting call, because I remember, so when KKR and Kings 11 were playing, they had brought on their strike bowlers, even the spinners. They brought them on a little earlier because so many wickets had fallen that they're like, you know what, it's worth the risk that if you can get 1 wicket, you're getting them for less runs. But I mean, that's a tactical call which
I think the catch-22 with Harshal is spinners may be different because you're not going to save him till the end.
Yes.
But
True.
I agree. You're making a point when they came in a bit early with Harshal because he's so good at the death. That sometimes you want to gamble and keep him there. But yeah, there is a point.
But
Maybe
then it would have been a lottery if he had gotten rid of Surya Kumar. But Surya Kumar was in solid touch
Yeah.
and he didn't look like giving his wicket away. So
Yeah.
if you had extinguished Harshal Patel's options, then the
Your death
total would
was
have been
doomed.
170 or 180.
Your death was doomed
Catch
simply
22.
because if Siraj is bowling, by the way, Siraj needs to finish his overs earlier.
Yeah.
He gave away 51 runs, boss. At one point from Mumbai, 50 for no loss to 62 for 5. That is the time, I think so. Yeah, maybe one extra over they could have bowled Harshal Patel and seen if he could have gotten rid of somebody like Surya Kumar Yadav. But giving Siraj those end overs still doesn't make sense to me, as I keep pointing out. I don't think he's a good enough death bowler
Yeah, absolutely.
in T20 cricket.
Yep.
51
He's
runs
not.
today out of 4
Yeah.
overs.
So because Harsh Verma asked a question about what about Harshal, I'll just extend that answer. At the moment, I used to keep saying the one name that you will definitely have in the Indian team when it comes to fast bowling, Jasprit Bumrah. I'm going to add Harshal Patel's name there because the kind of skill that he's bringing, also he brings a different dimension. We keep talking about fast bowling, but he brings a different dimension because of the variety that he offers, how he fools batsmen. Hit the deck bowlers, you'll have multiple options. But this kind of bowling, I think, is the only option. He's been outstanding for some time. So with Jasprit Bumrah, I definitely have Harshal Patel in the Indian World Cup squad. That's how good he has been. The other one that really comes to my mind has been Umesh Yadav. He's knocking on the doors, though he'll have to perform more consistently going forward. And Mohammad Shami. I think these are your 4 best
Yes.
fast bowling options in form at the moment.
We have to thank Harshal Patel's older brother for giving him to India. If you remember,
the story,
Harshal
yeah.
Patel was about to emigrate to the USA.
Yes.
And he was not going to pursue cricketing career in India, but
He had said, I'm done. and I
yeah,
want to
but his older brother convinced him that there is a future. And he's originally from Gujarat, but he didn't get chances there. So where did he go to? In another state that has not prospered much after the 1991 Ranji final, Haryana. But he did so well in Haryana.
Yes.
And after that, Delhi Capitals did pick him Delhi Daredevils, but he didn't get much success there.
Yeah.
RCB, see how he has transformed himself.
Praveen Akriti wants to know what happened to Mumbai and CSK. Losing is one thing, but the body language is very unlike them. I think maybe there's a correlation there. And the body language is a byproduct of the results that are coming your way. What that tells you is that no team is immune to getting flustered. Everyone has blood running through their veins. You are ice cold, you look confident is when you're winning, and because these teams do it so often, and more often than not you're seeing them in that avatar. But now because these kind of things are happening, maybe for example CSK losing 4 games in a row never happened to them in the history of the IPL. Mumbai, yes, it has happened to them
Twice.
but still no matter what, even Mumbai would know that you can't keep going on into the tournament
Like this.
It won't happen every time.
Yeah.
It won't
Exactly.
happen every time. So.
Exactly. So Kushal Khurana says, me and my dad had a bet, if Rohit hits a 50 then we are having vada pav for dinner, otherwise it's brinjal.
Oh, good God.
Oh God, Brinjal.
That's I mean, I'm going to come to the question. Brinjal is such an Indian word. Nowhere in the world do you call that brinjal.
True.
It's an Indian English word. It's called eggplant.
Aubergine
Aubergine or an eggplant. Those are common. It's only in India, and that's not even in Hindi or any regional language. It's an English word.
It's a Hinglish word, basically, to put it that
I
way.
mean, but brinjal, where is that in Hindi?
Bangan. Hindi is bangan.
But
Hindi is
brinjal is
bangan.
complete like it's an English word supposedly, but it doesn't exist anywhere else.
I had a friend named Binjal. Gujus have
Guju.
Gujus have
Benjal.
Binjal.
The governor here is Bejal.
Anil
Delhi's
Bejal.
governor.
But I got confused. I thought her name is actually Brinjal when first time I heard it, because I had not met any Guju friends before that. I like, your name is Brinjal. She's like Binjal, B-I.
Binjal.
I'm like,
Like the
okay.
Kinjal. Kinjal, Binjal. in
So
that sense.
Kushal, you will have to have brinjal or eggplant or aubergine
Wow, we are start discussing vegetables.
for dinner. Because so what's happening to Rohit? Let's talk about. He's getting starts, but not converting them.
I think today he got a start. In the other games, he didn't get a start.
We got a
150 in the first
yeah.
game.
First game.
Then 2 games he did not do anything. This game again 26.
Yeah.
Just like MS Dhoni. Dhoni got a 50, but since then he's tapered off. Rohit,
But everything is related to CSK.
have to.
No, you don't have to. You want
No, but India really needs Rohit Sharma to fire.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, we need him to fire. And Sridhar Saivakar is saying Natarajan as well. I think referring to the fast bowlers, I was saying, oh no, Natarajan only had good game today. I would still wait on him. So
Yeah.
still
But
a
he's
long
definitely
way
an
to go.
option. I mean, if
He
you
is,
look at it
he
that
is.
way.
But,
That way, India has actually got
a lot of-
15 options at
Yeah.
least, and then you'll have to make your pick of like
Correct.
6.
You can.
So some stats related to today's game. Shivam, our producer, the diligent guy that he is, has sent me. He says Surya Kumar Yadav has hit 156s in T20. So
Lovely,
that's a
lovely.
landmark. Harshal Patel against Mumbai Indians in the last 3 games. Figures are 2 for 23, 4 for 11, 5 for 27. Talk about playing
Loving
against
one
team.
particular opponent.
So he's got a total of 11 wickets and an average of 5.54 at a strike rate of 6.09 and an economy of 5.4.
Every
over he takes
every
a
over
wicket.
he's taking a
Oh
wicket.
my God. Harshal Patel.
Yes. Too
Mumbai
good.
Indians.
Remember the
If
name.
someone performed as well as he did, you should have gone out in the auction like all out for him.
It's like a bit like last game we were discussing. Cummins likes kick. Yeah. Now 2 games they're potentially being outdone by players who like performing against. Yeah?
Yes. Captains to lose the first 4 IPL matches, only 2.
Yep.
Ravindra Jadeja.
And Rohit Sharma.
How many games was that? There's also Aaron Finch apparently.
Finch. But then he said 2, no? 2 captains who've lost.
Yeah, Aaron Finch and Jadeja.
With whom did Finch lose these games?
So I think.
कैप्टनसी है वो अपनी कप्तानी स्टार्ट की किसी टीम की जब
Oh. The
Four
debut,
games.
first 4 games.
Gujarat
Oh, that
Lions.
way.
Gujarat,
Gujarat
no.
Lions, or who did he captain?
He captained the
Finch.
Gujarat Lions in 2016, but
That's what I'm saying. So he must have lost those 2
no,
games.
the Gujarat Lions started off well in IPL 2016.
Did he captain RCB at one point?
No, no,
Did he
no.
captain the Pune Warriors?
Maybe
team?
Pune.
What I think so.
Pune
He has
Warriors,
a captain. He has been part of
Pretty
every
much every
franchise.
franchise except
Yeah.
Chennai.
Chennai.
Yeah.
Only one franchisee left.
We got confused. Aaron Finch.
Yeah.
And he's back again, even though he didn't get picked in the auction.
He's
Someone
back.
got injured.
He's back and he's not going to play a game at this rate.
Unless Rahane doesn't get you any.
But then who do you
runs.
drop as a foreign
Yeah.
player?
That's true.
Billings.
He's done well, yeah. So anyway.
But you'll get another overseas in Sheldon.
Virendra Singh Rathore says, Nikhil sir, why is Mumbai playing with only 2 foreign players? It means that they don't have 4 good quality foreign players. They do actually. Didn't we discuss that?
Yeah.
They do. They have 7 options available. They can't be 5 crap foreign players.
No, but you can talk about their choices at the auction that they are now realizing
Yeah,
that they
exactly.
can't
Then
even
that's
play
their
there.
fault. That's their
But
fault.
you and I could see that
Yeah.
mistake. We pointed it out after, when we were covering
Like
it for
Riley
sports.
Meredith also, when they had picked him, I was like, why?
Kings 11, he
No,
fought
they
hard.
paid such a huge amount for him. Of course, there are times with Hobart Hurricanes, you saw Riley Meredith taking a few wickets.
You did. I didn't.
At least I did.
And I think Tim
But-
David, Kabir Sheikh also points about Tim David instead of Ramandeep Singh. I know he didn't have a great outing, but again, too early to drop.
And the thing is that
Like 2 games in, you dropped him.
2 games in and he's supposed to be a T20 expert. So, I mean, whom
No,
do you
he's
give time?
played well everywhere
Exactly,
he has
that's the thing.
So I was actually surprised. When I was doing the fantasy for that game also, I remember I said Tim David won't be dropped even though he hasn't performed yet. But they dropped him. Now this game they've dropped Tim Mills. We are not sure whether it was because of fitness issue or whether they have just dropped him based on performance.
Yeah.
Like nobody really knows what's going on in the Mumbai think tank, and clearly it's not working.
You're never going to get anything out of the Mumbai Indian scam. They are very
Also,
secretive.
you don't even know who's thinking among that Mumbai Indians think tank. There are so many people.
There are so many people there.
So many have left also. By the way, when we were discussing that other day, did we count John T. Rhodes?
Yeah, he's currently in,
He's with Punjab Kings.
Punjab Kings.
correct?
Punjab Kings.
Gaurav Sharma points out that this Surya versus Harshal battle is what IPL quality is all about.
Yes.
That's true.
I agree. Yeah.
What a battle.
Well, Anuj Rawat is opening. No Virat Kohli.
No, but that was expected. If Anuj Rawat is playing, you're gonna make
So
it.
Battle
today
at number 3, yeah.
he may hope to emulate Abhishek Sharma.
No, because could be.
Yeah.
You never know. Number 3, it will be Kohli. Number 4, Maxwell.
Maxwell.
And number 5, then they'll look at
DK.
Willie, DK. No, DK will come later only.
Praveen is pointing out that Aaron Finn's stat is with Pune.
Yeah,
Pune
Sara
Warriors.
Pune Warriors.
Pune Warriors India.
That
Well,
team-
the less said, the better.
You know, there's only one
about
thing I
that team.
remember about that team is that for some reason they decided to have Indian dancers instead of cheerleaders. I have no idea why.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
did, they did.
No,
That was a decision made by the
The
management.
top management, yes.
Pune Warriors
why not?
India.
Oh my god, yes.
Chris Gayle scored 175 against.
I know.
Yeah.
I was just pointing out that Pune Warriors India just struggled whenever they're there.
I know. And to think there was a rain delay.
But their jersey was the one I liked the most. The
But
black
the black
one.
and the silver.
The black
that
one.
was really good.
KK Mishra says, how many overs are enough for this target? Come on, make a prediction.
19.4.
Good one. I'll go with 17.5.
Okay.
Big gamble.
18.2.
19.1.
So none of us have picked Mumbai Indians winning, by the way.
No.
I actually want to pick
You
Mumbai
did.
Indians.
He did.
No, but now he's changed.
Now I'm changing it
Oh my
because
God.
well they did not bat well at all.
Oh, yes.
Very disappointing.
Pratish Ranjan says, Nikhil sir, we don't know this. This Ishan, he used to be a destructive opener, now struggling with strike rate less than 100. Today it was, but I think previous games he still had better strike rate.
No, first two games he played well. After that,
He's kind of fallen off
next
a
two
tad,
games.
Yeah.
But that can happen. You can have a slump in form after.
True. Absolutely.
He scored 130 odd runs in his first two innings, boss.
Yeah.
Prasad Bhagat actually points out to my fast bowling option point with an interesting take. He's saying, because I said Harshal and Bumrah, I will take them.
yeah.
He says, as of today, India have three: Harshal, Bumrah, and Hardik.
Yes.
That's an interesting one.
Yep.
No,
I think
Hardik
is
will
there.
go.
No, he will.
Hardik will definitely go to Australia if he keeps himself fit.
That's
Yes.
Hands down.
Prasad Bhagat has picked 16.1 for RCB to get
I
this.
think that's
If DK comes in earlier, maybe. But
could be, yeah.
Wait, I'll go back. On my word, I'll say that Mumbai is gonna win it. Let's see.
Oh, suddenly change of heart.
Let's see.
What did you see in those?
I have not seen anything. I just don't want to go back on my word. The first thing I said, because this guy said RCB, so you guys are walking the thin rope.
So Kabir Sheikh is saying Ricky Ponting also lost 4 games in a row, but I think this is the first 4 games you're talking about
Yeah,
as captain.
That ended his IPL career.
2013.
Pretty much, yes.
Yes.
He had to drop himself. He was
He
the
dropped
captain. He had to
himself,
drop
Rohit
himself.
became
Rohit
captain,
became captain, and
and the rest is
is
history.
history.
Yeah, he won the first game, then lost 4.
Yes. Okay. Time for us to go. Bye bye. Thank you for giving us company in
Bye
this
bye.
mid innings. We'll be back right after that last ball is bowled. Reminder.